Hello guys, it's just your girl Miranda and I'm back with another video, and I have another message for you guys. And Heavenly Father showed me there's someone under the sound of my voice or who watches this channel who this may be something that you are currently experiencing, or may be something that you are getting ready to experience. But he showed me there's someone who has been going through exhortation, and basically that's just another way of blackmail. And Heavenly Father wants you to know that although you are going through this exhortation, there is power in this. And so when he says that there is power in this is preparation. So there's power in your preparation. And so sometimes good people, a lot of times actually, will end up in situations that are bad, that they didn't even, put themselves into. And he brought back to me Joseph, and he had me in Genesis, and then he also had me in Ezekiel too. And so I'm just going to read to you what, Heavenly Father is saying. He had me in the book of Genesis 39. And I'm just going to read Genesis 39 of 6. And so I'm just going to kind of summarize it. I want you guys to go read it yourself. But ultimately, Joseph, he was a very handsome and well-built young man. And there was a woman, Potiphar's wife, and she began to look at him lustfully. And she wanted him to sleep with her. And she demanded Joseph to sleep with her. But Joseph was, righteous. Joseph was a good man. Joseph wanted to do the right thing. He didn't want to sleep with a married woman. And so Joseph refused. He looked and he told her, "My master trusts me with everything in his entire household. No one here has more authority than I do. He has held back nothing from me except you, because you are his wife. How can I do such a wicked thing? It would be a great sin against God." So she kept putting pressure on Joseph day after day, but he refused to sleep with her and kept out of her way as much as possible. One day, however, no one else was around when he went to do his work. She came and grabbed him by his cloak, demanding, "Come on, sleep with me." Joseph tore himself away, and he left his cloak in her hand, and he ran from the house. When she saw that she was holding his cloak and he had fled, she called out to her servant. Soon all the men came running. "Look," she said, "my husband has brought this Hebrew slave here to make fools of us. He came into my room to rape me, but I screamed. Then he heard me scream. He ran outside and got away, but he left his cloak behind with me." She kept the clock with her until her husband came home. Then she told him her story. "The Hebrew slave you brought into our house tried to come in and fool around with me," she said. "But when I screamed, he ran outside, leaving his clock with me." And so what ended up happening, Joseph ended up getting put into prison. And so the husband was furious when he heard his wife's story about how Joseph treated her, even though that wasn't true. And so she literally basically blackmailed him or extorted him because she wanted to sleep with him and he didn't want to sleep with her. And so he ended up getting thrown into prison. But the Lord was with Joseph in prison and showed him his faithful love. And the Lord made Joseph a favorite with the prison warden. Before long, the warden put Joseph in charge of all the other prisoners and over everything that happened in the prison. The warden had no more worries because Joseph took care of everything. The Lord was with him and caused everything he did to be successful. And so God is with you, even if someone is trying to extort you, blackmail you, to get you to do the things that they want you to do, and they want to have basically power over you. Heavenly Father is going to be with you, and you are going to be successful in everything that you do. So you don't have to worry about anyone trying to extort you, blackmail you, or use anything evil or wicked against you to try and have power over you, because God is going to, just like with Joseph, he said the Lord is with him and caused everything he did to succeed. So everything that he did, he succeeded in. And so even though he was falsely accused, even though he was thrown into prison, he was highly favored in the prison. And if you guys continue to read the story, he ends up getting out of prison. And, you know, I don't want to ruin everything, but he was able to interpret dreams. I want you guys to go back and study it for yourself. And because he was able to interpret dreams, he was able to help some of the other people who were in prison. And so they were getting ready to get out. And by him interpreting the dreams for them, he helped them know what their dreams meant. And when he let them know what they meant, what ended up happening is those men, or one of the men, remembered him and how he helped him with his dream. And so he ended up getting out of prison because he was able to interpret dreams, and the king needed someone to interpret his dream. And so I just want you guys to know that, like, don't worry. God is going to allow you to succeed in everything. And that's probably why he gave me the other message before this, saying to prophesy over everything that was dead. And, you know, just continue to have faith, continue to be believing, continue to trust God, and watch how things work out for your favor. And I have another message for you guys about what God showed me will end up happening to those who do extortation. And so I'm going to put out another video about that, so that way I can go in a little bit more. I didn't want to make this one too long. I just wanted you guys to know that whoever this is for, you know, don't worry. You're going to succeed in everything that you do. So I pray this message blesses you. I love you guys. Be blessed, and I'll be back with another video. Bye, guys.